This is called Unmitigated Hipster Falls in Love. Fictional. When I was first approached by Jenny after class, she was attracted to me primarily due to the eye patch strapped across my left eye that had been issued in the wake of the car accident and made me stand out in a sea of nondescript middle-class, middle-income white boys, of which I was of course a part, but then again, nobody else had an eye patch. She asked, apropos of nothing, "So are you a punk now?" And through the still shearing pain in my left eye, the only response I could hope to muster was a yes, and that one word, one syllable, 1 second reply was how we became friends. We smoked marijuana in our bedroom, and we were kicked out of the local library for giving loud, sarcastic, overdramatic readings of young adult books, and we spent so much of our free time together sitting at the McDonald's with the broken arches that soon I stopped remembering that I even knew anyone else. I was just so surprised when it happened, and I suppose that it was one of those things that I always knew would happen, but it was the same way that I've always known that I will die one day, because it had already happened repeatedly, excessively, violently, riotously, to so many of the people in my life that I had started to accept that it would never happen to me. By now, by the way, I feel as though I know everyone, or at least everyone who will matter, but still I try not to cap off the Facebook friends list at X number of people because I'm prepared for those aforementioned individuals to tell me excitedly about how they were going off to get married and have babies and live out the passive-aggressive American dream of growing resentful and never forgetting about that one shitty thing that the other one said during a Jets game 20 years ago, and never shaking the lingering feeling that they should just say fuck it and run away to Europe where they might still be miserable together, but at least the people have class. Of course, we Americans have culture. Our cardboard cutout of Homer Simpson carried around by 2 kids on the last days of classes. They have fireworks too, but really sketched like kerosene. I don't know. They're emotional fireworks, poorly disguised euphemisms for ejaculation. We'll get it on, we'll take it off, I'll get her off to turn her towards a urinal while her chest opens up and a bag of cum comes shooting out like confetti, clearly on something fucked up like her father, that incredibly sketchy birthday party that they threw for her recently deceased mother, where they all put on party hats and cried watching old home movies and tried to make pretend like what a fun day they would be having if only she was still with them. But yeah, yes, American culture. Second semester, sophomore year, I went camping, joined band, got really into the Pixies, and made a list of all the things that Salinger never said about Cloverfield. I wish I would have known her then so that we could have talked about all the things that people never said, about all the things that we ever loved, and we could have held hands together, the human centipede being very disappointed that we were not discovering our sexualities through creatively phrased Google image searches with the safe search functionality turned off and our underpants wrapped around our ankles. I pop culture like Claritin in the springtime and Vicodin after a car wreck. Video killed the radio star, and the Kardashians killed the hipster AV club cooler than thou commentariat who decreed in a post on the internet that in a postmodern, post-consumerism, post-apocalyptic cultural landscape, we might as well all go marry gold diggers, old-timey panhandler types who trudge knee-deep in the Colorado River and boast a similar materialist ethos to the sexy teenagers who always die first in horror movies. There are Nazis at the center of the earth, according to a Sci-Fi Channel original special that starred an improvisational actress from the Groundlings who I might have fallen in love with and jerked it to endlessly had it not been for her. Her wallet was found by the kind cashier at the movie theater, and I am returning the interrobang that accompanied her epiphany that I was in love with her to express my deepest surprise that anybody would ever let me get so close to them. For so long, it's been about this new thing or that new thing, but lately it's become obvious that the largest congregation of all that coolest shit was only ever there to make me think I'm not so lonely. I am surrounded on all sides by the pulsating beat of punk rock music, the enthusiastic blasts of Edgar Wright direction, and a hyped up feeling like I know all the coolest books to say I've read, written by beatnik weirdos who enjoyed anal fingering. But through that sound of that silence that surrounds me, I was not thinking about the screech of bagpipes and accordions at old-fashioned funerals, even though with my legs extended in a fit of adrenaline, I knocked over the framed photograph of her mother that she keeps on her bedside table, but rather about that moment just beforehand when she put her hand on my cheek, intertwined her limbs with my ventricles, enough caffeine throwing through my veins to make me really believe any of that grand romantic love shit that I watched in high-concept romantic comedies that I said I only saw to be ironic. Her body was against mine, and her skin felt cold, I felt hard, and this all felt formative because in that moment, she seemed intimate, and I was infinite, because there are perks to reading all of these shitty young adult books. Thank you all so much.